Hello, everyone, and welcome to my third episode of Coffee Thoughts. I have my big mug of coffee right here, and so grab a cup and come join me. So I've got nothing, and that's a problem. I've got nothing to talk about this week. Basically, what happened is over the Christmas holidays, when I took some time off, I was asked to watch the documentary Earthlings by a bunch of people all around the same time. And I am very passionate about the topics covered in Earthlings, and I wanted to make a bunch of videos discussing them. Makes sense. So I did that, but I also knew that I was going from that right into religion, because originally my plan was just to go jump right into religion after the holidays. So instead of doing that, because both topics are very, very heavy, and I know both were going to be a lot of work, I decided to take a couple weeks where I just wanted to do some lighter material. I had a great idea for the first week. I did the light news stories and you know, light and fun news stories, made some jokes. They were fun. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do for week 2? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but I'm sure something will come to me. Nothing came to me. I've thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. I think for those news stories, I am going to do them again. The problem is it's fairly early into 2023, and I cherry-picked all the best stories. So I couldn't do another 2 episodes of that if I wanted. So I am going to do that series again at some point. It may be like 6 months down the road or something like that, when a bunch more stories work themselves out and are made. But that'll come back again, so stay tuned for that down the road. But yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do this week. I think I have one idea. I'm thinking of doing excuse me. I'm thinking of doing a would you rather, where I just go on one of these websites that have the would you rather do this or this, and just doing it. Those, by the way, are fantastic for like getting you, if you ever want to debate with someone. Those are great practice. You can do it with a friend. There's no real stakes. Not that I think there are real stakes in any debate, really. But just have, like, you take one side, your friend take one side. If you want to do it the best way, in my opinion, flip a coin as to who gets which side, and you have to debate whatever side you have, whether you believe it or not. And then, if you really want to get good, debate the other side as well, and see if you can, some of the points that you would use for the side you debated first, so you may have some counters to that, and so see how far you can get with that second side as well. That's a way I actually have honed my debating skills. And speaking about debating, I was invited to a debate by a YouTuber. I have accepted the invitation. I'm actually away for a couple weeks. This has been filmed in advance, but yeah. So I'm absolutely willing to do that with him. As I said, I won't debate someone unless it's done with civility and respect, because unfortunately I haven't debated much in the last little while. That's partially due to COVID. That's also partially because a lot of people that I've tried to debate with, I was actually going to put a debate with someone up on my channel for another one of the early sections that I did, but unfortunately that person got so offended that I brought facts and figures into the debate that I was just called names by the end of it. And I'm not going to show a debate like that, because that's not what debates should be. If you're debating someone, especially when it comes to opinion, really, when I debate, I'm not trying to change someone's mind. I'm not trying to, quote unquote, convert them to my side, although I hate that phrase. Or, you know, I'm just here to bring forth the information I know about the topic. So are they, and we're gonna have a debate or just a discussion about it. And I checked out this guy's channel. His name is Vegan Soldier, if you want to check him out. And I checked out some of his debates, and he is he does debates well. He's very respectful to the people he's debating, and I appreciate that. So again, one of the things I want to show on my channel is that you can have a conversation with someone even though you believe the exact opposite of them, and it doesn't have to boil down into a you suck, no you suck, no you're a monster, no you're a monster type of deal. So hopefully that goes through. Like I said, I'm away right now, but hopefully when I get back we can figure that all out, and we can get that done, because I would enjoy that thoroughly. So after I film this and a couple more videos, I'm actually going and playing 9-ball with my brother Matthew. I'm trying to get him on the channel too. So Matthew, if you're watching this, I want you on my channel. I'm going to talk to him about this because, well, I've already talked to him, but I really want to get him on. He has some very cool ideas about a lot of things. He's very, very intelligent, more intelligent than I am. Although, don't tell him I said that. Matthew, if you're watching, just ignore that I said that. It is my responsibility as an older brother to keep him humble. So yeah, but yeah, he actually he works in a job that's very public driven. I don't want to, or public orientated. I don't want to say where it is or what it is, but he's got some hilarious stories about entitled people and like Karens and a bunch of interactions he's had. Unfortunately, these days, a lot of businesses are checking online for stuff like that, and I mean, I get where they're coming from. It's not good to badmouth customers and stuff like that, but at the same time, I think these stories should be shared, especially about some of them. There are some he's told me, and I'm just like, I can't believe it. So yeah, that's I'm trying to get him on. We'll have to figure out what we want to talk about. I know there's a bunch of things that interest him, so hopefully I can entice him to come on, and we'll have a conversation about whatever it is. Yeah, so not much else to talk about really. I'm just I'm working on poetry right now. I actually write poetry. I know, crazy, right? I never thought I would write poetry. My ex-girlfriend actually got me writing it. She is fantastic. She's amazing. I wished I could have gotten some of her poetry published, or if she could publish some of her poetry, because it's amazing. It really is. I know she told me that like mine blows hers out of the water, but I think she's super overcritical of hers, and I think I'm super overcritical of mine. So there's no way I think it's that good. I think I've written some pretty good poems, but I wouldn't say I've written anything good or great yet. I always have the problem of, after I've finished, I'm like, oh, I should have added this, but I don't like doing that, because generally after you do that, it makes things worse. I learned that in university, actually, when writing essays. I would finish my essay, have it ready to hand in, and then I'd be like, oh, I should have added this too. And then generally when I didn't do that, I got a better mark than if I actually added it at the end. So I just had I have to trust myself in that I can actually write properly. But yeah, so maybe in the future, if I get up the courage, I'll read a couple of my poems that I've written. I have one in particular. I think it's no secret I've suffered from mental illness. I've kind of said that in the past on this channel. I have a couple different I've been diagnosed with a couple different anxiety disorders, and well, one of my poems is all about me being at a party with my friends but feeling completely alone at the party. And it's one that I would consider like one of my best poems that I've ever written. So maybe if I get the courage up, I'll read it online. But I am worried about that because, you know, like a couple bad comments. Not that I've had any bad comments actually on my channel so far. I know it's a very, very young channel, but I really haven't had any bad comments, even those who disagree with what I'm saying, which is great. That's what I want, right? Like, I want discussion. I don't need name calling and stuff like that. But I just worry that if that happens with my poems, I'll just lose all confidence. And so I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. That may come in the future though, because I am going to talk more about my mental illness, and that would be a good way to kind of sum it up. Lastly, talking about next week. Not next week for me, but next week for you. Religion. Religion is coming next week. So, I am going to be releasing 3 videos a week for that topic. I'm not doing more than that. More than that nearly killed me. So I think 3 is the good number. It won't be 1 a week, so it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll just go until I'm done that series. It could be a while. I have a lot of ideas about things I want to talk about. What's interesting is whenever I tell people, or not all the time, but a significant portion of the time, when I tell people that I'm not religious, I'm not going to say exactly what I believe, what I don't believe yet. That'll come in the videos. I'll be talking about that in the first video I release about religion, just to give you a better idea of where I come from. But I get one of 2 comments, which is interesting to me. The first is, well, oh, so you can't be moral then. Okay, so apparently morality only comes from religion, according to these people. In my opinion, they're very, very wrong about that. And I'm going to talk about that for sure, and that's going to be a good chunk of what I'm talking about, because, it's interesting, because if morality comes out of the church or out of religion, you got a problem, because there are a lot of issues. A lot of issues. The other one that they say is, oh, well, I can't talk to you about religion because you know nothing about it. In school, I studied about world religions. After school, I finished, and I continued studying about it. I enjoy the idea of religion. I enjoy learning about religions. I've learned about every religion that was on the earth that we know of. I know a lot about religion, and I annoy a lot of religious people because I can, like, quote the Bible and stuff. So they'll, like, throw quotes out at me to try and defend themselves, and I'll throw counter quotes out. Which is, like, interesting, because to quote the Bible, you have to assume that the Bible is the final say. And, well, I'll talk about that more in the, I don't want to get into too many tangents here. Anyway, I will say now, and I will say this again probably in every video, because the last time when I talked about vegans. I said this a couple times, but people only watched certain videos, and so they didn't necessarily hear this. I don't care what you believe. Good for you. If you want to believe in God, if you want to believe whatever you can believe it, good for you. I have no problem with that. Don't tell me what I have to do. Don't tell me what I have to believe, because that's where we're going to have the problem. But yeah, so that's going to be, I'm going to enjoy that series of videos, because I do enjoy talking about religion. I'm going to mention that too. But yeah, so that'll start next week. I'm not sure how long that's going to go. It's just going to, like I said, it's just based on entirely how long I want to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about things like morality. I'm going to talk, I am going to focus mainly on Catholicism and Christianity, just because those are the areas that I know the best. So, and that is well, not the majority, but that's a significant portion of the population of where I live. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I may bring other religions in as well, but for the most part, it's going to be focused on Christianity and Catholicism. Like I'm saying that like they're two different things. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I just want to leave you with this thought. The future is a mystery. The past is history. Now is a gift. That's why they call it the present. And yes, I just quoted Kung Fu Panda. It's a great movie. I will say this. The past can't be changed, and the future never happens. So don't dwell in either. Instead, just live in the here and now and enjoy yourselves. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.